Hi, welcome everyone. My name is Arianna Alejandra. Welcome to Women's Body Freedom Fridays. And today, as you can see, I've got my gorgeous sister live with us. So I'm super excited. Welcome, Ali. Beautiful to have you here.
Hi, love. Thank you. Excited.
Yeah. We've got a really really juicy, powerful conversation that we're both going to dive into around thyroid healing, around hormones, around really coming back to the root of it, which is like this gut-brain axis, and really how cellular detox and working with plant foods can totally transform whatever symptoms you may be experiencing right now in your body, whether you've had a diagnosis of hypothyroid, or whether you just know something's going on with your hormones, or you've got that discomfort in your gut, or you have just like real memory loss or fogginess. We're going to just, dive into a short conversation, which we feel will be really empowering and activating and valuable for you today. And of course, if you have any questions, then just comment below and we will get to those when we can. And so welcome. All right, love. So obviously we've both been on a massive journey, right, with our health. That is just,
Massive.
And of course you had a huge journey with your thyroid and with healing hypothyroidism and being on medication for 19 years, 17 years,
19 years. Mm-hmm.
Right. And one of the symptoms that I know we've been just speaking into a bit and just really unraveling is that symptom of like memory loss, actually just feeling like you are just losing all your memory, losing your mind, and actually the vulnerability of that and
how
my
God, so much.
Right. Do you want to speak into that a bit?
Well, it's got to be one of the most uncomfortable feelings, right? It's like things like that aren't meant to happen, and especially not when we're young. So it's one of the most unnerving feelings, and you do feel so vulnerable. And because that's happening, it just comes with a whole other array of feelings or symptoms or whatever you want to call it. But I remember on my journey I would get extreme paranoia, and of course because there was so much going on in the gut that was causing this. But extreme paranoia, and you just feel like you're going mad. You feel like you're going mad, and you're so stuck in the head. You're so stuck in the head when actually, if we just bring it back down, we bring it back down and we bring the focus back to the gut, that's where we can get to the solution of what is going on up there. It's like it doesn't, because as well on my journey, I would be so in the head that I was believing so much of what was going on in my head. And that was where the spiral down was so extreme as well, because I started believing all those dark thoughts, and that's when you've really got to need help, need support.
So that piece, is so powerful, right? That piece of you've just spoken into of course, and we were just speaking about this before we came on, right? This whole thing of our three brains, we think this is our brain. And of course it is our brain, but we also have two other brains that are actually come way before this brain, because this brain has been so conditioned and programmed, bless it. And it's but we have our heart brain, and then we come down to the real truth, right? I know, bless. And it's the truth of it is the gut. Why do we hear what that gut feeling? Listen to your gut, the inner knowing that comes also from that area, everything is there. And so
Goosebumps.
It's just that that truth of how powerful our body is, and the power of that is that of course when we can we go to seek medical advice and that, and of course that's medical advice, that's not health advice, and so they're doing as best they can, right, with the knowledge they have.
With the tools
But
they have,
that's
yeah.
right, and that's it. Now we've got to come back to the truth of actually that we can heal whatever's going on. As you know, you have healed, I have healed, so many other women have healed. So, you know, like, my darling, if you're listening now and you're in that place of like, oh my God, I'm just freaking exhausted and, you know, I can't take this anymore, then I hear you and I feel you, and I know
We are so with you.
like, honestly,
Yeah.
it's tough and it's hard, and there is no way that I'm going to ever ignore that, even though, like, yeah, like, we can both say now, but there is that light at the end of that tunnel. There is that light that you are within you, that and that comes to the truth of the solution. And why I went on this big journey of like, oh my God, all the diets, all the detoxes, all the supplements, like, where is it? Where is the thing that's going to just reset this body and allow us to remember ourselves, to our truth, like, to feeling at peace in this body, to feeling happy and clear and free, to feeling
You
safe,
have such a big
safe.
food journey. Your food journey is huge.
Right. Yeah. For me, it was just all about that, you know, from a young age, going through eating disorders and just, I mean, it's just been massive to even, you know, there's still little memories that come through my body, like, and make me think about food. Like, we were talking about it just yesterday, right? And just even that, it's like, wow, our cells hold a lot of memories of different traumas and so much stuff that's happened in our life. And so I feel like this piece around the solution of it coming back to food and like giving ourselves permission to do it differently, you know, because there are so many diets and there are so many different ways out there, but it's like, and this was my piece of like, but I'm doing it all, so why don't I feel good? And the thing is, we could cover it up, couldn't we? By, no, I feel okay. Yeah, I feel, you know, and it's kind of like, but do I really? Do you really? Like, do we honestly? And so I suppose it's that point of like, we coming back to such an honesty of like, really how we feel in our body. And so this took me on a whole journey. I could speak to it for hours and hours and hours, but it took me on such a big journey to unraveling nutrition, unraveling detox, like finding a method that has actually it's so dynamic and complex on one level because of the cellular way of what it does in your body, but actually it's so simple. It's so simple. There's so much ease to it. It's so clear. And
it's like a breath of fresh air, you know, when you've been around in the Orthodox, sorry to butt in, love.
No.
But yeah, it's just a breath of fresh air. It really is. That's how it felt.
And it's kind of like, you're breathing oxygen back into your body, right? And everything's waking up again and coming back online. And so I know also that you went through a whole journey of doing loads of different diets and supplements. And so I suppose, what was it for you, Al, that kind of shifted from, you know, that kind of the mainstream of maybe doing things to actually feeling in your body? Because I know many other of my clients have said that they've just felt that this way that is like, it just feels so true. Like, what did you feel in your body, like around the body awakening reset method, like this solution and this cellular detox way?
When I had actually when I had been to the retreat. When I was with the ladies.
Your actual shift in your body, the feeling from that chronic space to opening and lightness and freedom.
Light is definitely a word. Like, light, I would say, is the word for me, because I felt so much darkness and so much heaviness and so much like clutter, like unnecessary stuff going on inside my body. And it just made me feel like it can be so simple, and I can, like, this is me. Like I felt like me again. I felt in my feminine body. That is one thing that was so clear, from feeling so like a paranoid mess, basically, into coming to this space of like, oh my God, like I can feel my heart again. You know? Yeah, that was such a huge shift. Yeah.
Right. So huge, right? It's like, just even feeling you say that, like, oh my God, like I can feel my heartbeat again. And it's like, you know, like the feminine heart, like we can feel our heartbeat again as we like. So the whole journey with that detox, like, yeah, like share a bit with us. Like, I know you had such an epic, and I know we've spoken to this in different ways, but it's like, I don't know, just share a little piece around the detox piece of Ibiza, like working with the fruits. Like, did you have fears? Did fears come up? Like, was there excitement? Like, yeah, what was your...
Oh, well, I don't really like... I feel like I was ready to kind of just dive in, you know. I didn't feel necessarily fear. I felt held. I was ready to go to that next level, you know. I was done with what was.
Yeah.
So I was so ready to go in. And for me, it was like, even initially, it was like a breath of fresh air, because I had been on such a journey of like taking a million supplements and just going round and round in the doctor's surgery, and, you know, with taking my medication, and, you know, just that whole, just like so many things to
all the
think
testing
about.
much testing,
the scanning of my thyroid, all this stuff that I just like, no more, thank you, but no, like, there's another way, and this is it. And I was just, I was ready, and yeah, it was just beautiful to be able to have it come back to being so simple. Like, it was so simple. It was like, you know, just eat gorgeous fruit. And I mean, for me, like, okay, yeah, some people are fearful of enemas. For me, it was like, well, I'll just do what it takes. And I'd done enemas before, and yeah, that was a part of it. But again, it was like, and some, you know, dry fasting, but it was all so, what's the word? Seamless. I don't know. It was just like, it was just such a flow. And, you know, obviously being in a retreat space, you can just drop in to that vortex. But really, this is another beauty of your method, the Body Awakening Reset method, is that you can take that vortex anywhere you go. So it's like, you know, right now I'm still in the family home, and, well, I'm back in the family home. But yeah, it's like I can just drop in here and do a cleanse, which I do often, and it brings me back to that space. And that's beautiful. And it's like, I just feel like it's so much. It's such an empowering tool. You know, when we realize we can do it, we don't need to go into a clinic. We don't need to go anywhere. We are the healers. We are all healers. You know, whoever's tuning into this right now, you're a healer. You know, you can heal yourself. And with these empowering tools that, you know, our blessed beloveds, like, show us the way, you know, it's like, it's fucking incredible. Like, it's epic. And this is why because we all want to be on purpose. We all want to shine our light. And, you know, it's not just for a select few. And it's like, when we, you know, these tools can bring us back to that space of being able to do that, and being on our mission and on our purpose. And for me, that was everything.
And boom to that.
I want to be on purpose. Like,
it's like this vessel. Yes. It's like that remembrance, isn't it? It's like, like, this is the home, this is the temple, like, we have to clear her out. And this is the core of everything, loves, is that it's like when we just come back to the truth of it, when we come back to the root, it does get simple, because we remember that the real cause, the real root, is simply it's toxicity on some level, whether it's physical, emotional, mental, normally a combination. But the thing is, when we go to that like cell deep level, you know, like that cellular level, like I was just saying before, it's like our mind is living in every cell in our being. Like all the memories are stored from whole lifetimes in our cells, all the whatever it is, the toxins, the traumas, everything is stored in those cells. So when we work with fruits and herbs and fasting and all these different beautiful processes and beautiful foods, and the transition and grounding a foundation, so it's not like this, oh, detox, feel great, then go back to how it was. It's like you start to set, a whole other level of living in your body. Then it really it just sets a whole new tone for how you get to live and show up in your body. And I just went off on a little tangent there and was just thought I missed something, but anyway. You know, and it's
so true. It's a total reset.
Right.
It's a total reset.
It's a reset. And I just feel like there is that core piece of like, there's so much we're led to believe around, you know, tradition of food, around nutrition, around what we need, when actually, until we just, it's again that permission slip to do it differently, until we just really allow ourselves to embrace that like other way, you know, the way, and to just really see what is possible in this body. Because if one woman can heal, another woman can heal, so can another. Like, we can all heal ourselves. And if we just allow ourselves to, you know, I guess really it's that thing, like you keep saying, it's so simple, but what isn't simple is like the mindset shifter. It's like we have to shift our mindset around it, because we've been told so much, we need all this and all that, when actually, do we? Who says, oh, well, actually, I'm going to try something different, because again, it's a deep journey of trust, and again, that journey of trust brings us back to the feminine. Our feminine energy. We have to breathe deep and trust.
And that's so beautiful, because, you know, it's like that was really the initial kind of fire starter in a way for me, was coming back to that feeling of like, I have to listen to myself now. Like I have to stop ignoring my soul, you know. So when we do really tune in and actually do listen to what our heart is saying to us, even though we may be stuck in a lot of mind chaos, like there's always that feeling inside of like, I don't want to be here, or I need to get out of this relationship, or I need to move to, or whatever, you know, there's always that thing that's like that constant, like nagging thing that, you know, you need to make a shift on. And once we make that first shift and we start honoring our heart, it's almost like a knock-on effect from there. It's like, well, so what's the next step from that? It's like, I just feel I just had to say that then.
Yeah, totally. And it comes, I love that hour. It's like that coming back to living, following our heart, right? Like our heart is our compass, like following our soul. And it's like interesting. I was in the dentist today, and he'd put the little solution of something to wash my mouth out before I started the session. And I said, what is it? And I knew it was full of chemicals. And and he was like, but it's good for your, it's really good for your teeth. But I was just like, well, the thing is, we can hear that, right? And that's beautiful that he's telling me that, and it's good for my teeth, and that's great. But do I want to put it in my body? As a sovereign being, I decided, oh, but no, I know I don't want to put that in my body. So I'm going to say, you know, I'm going to say, no, I'm okay, thanks. And he was fine. You know, it's the beautiful thing of like, when we just And
we have a choice.
Right, we have a choice. And just such a beautiful piece to end it on, Ali, is that thing of what you've just said, like, we have to listen to our body. Like, this body, I mean, it's the compass of everything, right? It doesn't matter what anyone's saying out there. It doesn't even matter what I'm saying right now, right? It's like, what is your body telling you? Like, what is your body saying to you? And just honoring that, you know, like, the body only ever gives us symptoms because she wants to grab your attention, because there's a buildup of let's just be honest, like, we all have toxicity, some more than others. Like, I've cleared my body of, I won't go into it. You've probably seen gross pictures of stuff that I've cleared on my social media and heard me talk about it enough times. But, you know, it's just like, it's real shit. And it's just clearing the way and getting real and honest. Ali, you know, you've cleared a ton of stuff out of your being as well, and it's all just
parasites,
like, right,
Epstein-Barr virus, it's
mucus,
not mucus, all
right.
of it. And this is what needs, it has to be, you know, people, this needs to be spoken about more, I feel. It's because many don't want to address the grimy bits.
What's living inside us.
Yeah.
But this is it. So often it's like, actually, Ali didn't have hypothyroid. No, she had a gut full of parasites and mucus. Oh, Arianna didn't have like this severe anxiety and also hormonal imbalance and like complete immune dysfunction. No, like, Arianna didn't have all this stuff. She actually had a body full of parasites and mucus and too much acid and a hell of a lot of inflammation. And so this is it. When we break it down to that truth, it's like, let's clear out the labels. And actually, we just go to the root and realize that when we clear our bodies, our guts, when we use the cellular detox approach with the body awakening reset method, which anyone can use, anyone can learn to use these tools and have it for the rest of your life as just empowerment and support to know exactly how to support your body. Like, I mean, we